This video is for adults only. It is not child friendly. If you are a child of any age, please exit this video immediately. If you are a minor, exit immediately. If you are an adult, continue, but read the disclaimer in the description box below this video on YouTube. Thank you. Okay, so this channel is for adults only. This video is for adults only. So, if I don't remember to put that little thing up. But anyway. In this video, I'm going to talk about something about dysfunctional families. Now, I had made one and put it up not too long ago, but I'd actually made it, I think, back in September, and in preparation, reminders about the seasons, about the holidays, and my holiday plans for Thanksgiving. I was going to be gone at least a week, and it fell through, as I mentioned in video, because of our dog. It's got dementia. And anyway, so that saved some problems for me. It was something I'm not even going to explain, go through it all. But yeah, the trip and all needed to happen, but it didn't. As it was, the weather turned bad. Today's the first nice weather I have seen in a long time, it seems like. Yeah, yesterday we had a storm that was so bad. I've never seen one in all my years. Never seen anything like it. I don't know if you could call it thunder fog. Maybe. Seriously, it was weird, really weird. And like I said, never in my life have I seen anything like that one. And I've lived in many places, especially here in Texas. So I wanted to make another video about dysfunctional family and during the holidays, like depending on where you live, what kind of holidays you have right around one another. But for me, here in the United States, here in Texas, starting from Halloween all the way through January 2nd. Yeah, January 2nd. I remember I used to say I disown all of them during that time because it was just so bad. And we all know it doesn't have to be your family of origin that you would see during the holidays, like if you went home for the holidays, but where you were born, your family home that you grew up in. You know what I'm talking about. But it could be their significant others. Say, like my videos are for adults only, as it is. So say you have a in-laws, your brother-in-law, sister-in-law, whatever, or they could be, it could be their families. Their families may show up, or your own, like you're married and their family. So many different ways, different people that you could just say, these are truly dysfunctional people, and I don't want to be around them. But that would, make you not be able to see the people you want to see. I've been thinking a lot about that, how that it, really does affect your life. And I have done videos and mentioned this before about how that can also be an inheritance thing, that they're trying to seclude you, to separate you, so you won't get your inheritance. Okay, and some of them start planning way ahead, way, way early. Now at my age, I can look back, hindsight's 20/20, and see how, just different members, and like I said, it doesn't have to be your own family. It could be friends of the family too. Or in-laws of whatever kind, and they work it, they do. So, but what I had on my mind was more of like the characters that you see, and I did that a few years ago. I did videos about them. The different kinds of characters you see at, any kind of thing. Like if you're next is Christmas, so like you have a big Christmas get together, dinner, lunch, whatever, and having to deal with so many different types of characters. That's how I see them sometimes, as characters. Especially of the cluster B type. Yeah. Okay, anyway, pardon the blinker. Now I'm not talking about the personality disorder. I'm talking about the behaviors of. So I'm not diagnosing anybody, and yeah, go from there. Read the disclaimer in the description box below this video on YouTube. But anyway, and I was thinking about all, think about it. If you are the in-laws or your family, their family, Evers family has, especially those that are like cluster B, that they need to be the center of attention. Now, I've mentioned this a gazillion times that I tend to have, the ones I see, I tend to think of having a mixture of narcissistic behaviors and histrionic behaviors. And the histrionic tends to stand out. I mean, really stand out. Now, imagine all these at one family get together, and they're wanting all the attention. And then, I don't know about you, but I've tended to see at least one person who is strongly against it, and they're very vocal and they're very aggressive with, they're not going to allow the attention seekers to be on stage. They're not going to allow them to have all the attention. And that causes more drama. The drama queens and kings, they cause enough themselves. And then there's a person who retaliates against them and who's not going to allow it, like I said. But there's more, too. There's always the scapegoat who's maybe, as you get older, gets really tired of it, really aware of it. And then they're standing up for themselves for the first time, and which, possibly are starting to, they're new at it, but they're standing up for themselves and figuring it out. And all this drama, this and so much more can create. Okay. Now, it can cause a lot of chaos, and some people don't want to go because of this, and just too much going on, and who needs that hassle, and so on. But like I said, I'm not giving anybody any advice, counseling, don't follow my lead, kind of thing. But now I'm seeing it a different way, like I said, hindsight, that in any kind of thing, like I said, friendship even, and it's because of that, not just the inheritance, but what they're doing. It doesn't have to be about money at all. It can be about, it winds up ruining your relationships with certain people. And they're really good at this, isolating. Some of them are just isolating you, or they're isolating the others because they want something from the others, and they want all the attention, and so forth and so on. But as far as the inheritance, yeah, and some people say, well, it's not worth it. I'm not all about the money. Well, they're banking on that, literally, quite literally. Is that the right word even? Seems appropriate, banking on it. But they're hoping for that's your attitude. They know it, so they, as far as inheritance, they want to get all of it. They will kiss up, they will do whatever it is to the person who's going to leave an inheritance. So they seem like the one and the only one who's there for them, when it's actually that they made the other ones not want to be there, or the other one or ones not want to be there. Okay, they made so much of, pure hell. That's what I have called the ones I have seen in my past, pure hell, period. But yeah. Okay, this thing is driving me nuts here. Okay, but anyway, I have mentioned that in another video about the inheritance and stuff. But it's especially seen around the holidays, I think, is that's when they really work it. And I've said that some of this. They really work it to keep you away. They really, you may, as I've mentioned, you may travel for many, many miles, or it costs a lot of money to get there. And once they're there, that it's often the histrionic one, the histrionic behaviors will really make it so horrible for you. So you don't come around as often. You don't, and they usually might stay there. This is not 100% across the board in any of it. One size doesn't fit all. But so they have made it. They have worked it for years after years after years, and some people, might not see it. I didn't see it, and I did, and I didn't, in a way. Okay, both. So, but it's kind of like you're saying, okay, I'm standing up for myself, and I'm not going to be around that. I'm not going to let them have their way, that I'm there, and they're going to cause all these problems. Well, that's exactly what they're planning. They're hoping. That's exactly what they want. That's exactly giving them what they want. But I'm not giving anybody advice, because these people can be dangerous. They might escalate it just so they will, get you out. They can escalate this to unbelievable. Anyway, back to talking about dysfunctional families, I think, after the holidays. Well, the holidays aren't over yet. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up, though.